Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Oscar Buzz, and it is the eve of fall festival season. Venice opening night just finished, I think, like a couple hours ago or so. Telluride starts tomorrow, and my God, what a lineup they have! We're gonna be talking about the Telluride lineup. They have like half of the Oscar contenders that are just premiering tomorrow. It's insane. So we're going to be talking about all of that in daily videos in subsequent days, everything that's going on with fall festivals. But for now, we're going to be talking about some trailers for Saltburn, Rustin, The Killer, Ferrari. We're going to be talking about the Telluride lineup and doing awards predictions for TIFF in Venice. But all that out of the way, I'm Trevor, joined by Thomas as always, that way. And below me, we have Sam. And on the diagonal, is that diagonal?
Yeah, that's diagonal.
Yeah.
Yes, I know things. Jack is here.
Hello.
Okay. You all know the what we do here. Let's talk about some trailers. Because we got a bunch of them, and rather than just doing videos, just throw them all out here. They're all going to be premiering over the next week. So, The Killer. David Fincher. Also, hello to everybody in chat. Hello. See Nick. I see Josephine. I see Willie and all the people. Hi. The Killer trailer. Thomas, you like David Fincher?
He's one of my favorite directors, and this trailer got me hyped for the film. Like I wasn't sure what this film was about, and I'm still not really after this trailer, but I kind of like that. It seems like he's leaning more into the action aspects, which I'll be interested to see. As I guess the girl with the dragon tattoos maybe is the only one with sort of action elements to this extent, although I think this seems more. But yeah, like Michael Fassbender, this looks like a pretty decent star vehicle for him. And yeah, the editing style seems very weird, which I think could be interesting. Like I could think we could be seeing talking about this like for sound editing towards the end of award season. Like I could actually see maybe how it sneaks in. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to the film.
I could see it. Also, just more people in chat. Hello, Nick. Hello, Ezra. I see Joaquin. Hello. I see Josephine in chat. Yeah, I could see it. I could see it just being like a sound editing thing, maybe, as far as the words. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of David Fincher. I famously think that Mank is his best movie.
Yeah.
Jack? Okay, wait, no, hold up, Jack. How many David Fincher films have you seen?
At least 4. So
that's good. That's not bad.
Okay, I was expecting you to say like 2. So that's
and Mank is ranked 4th.
Okay.
Yes. Well, yeah. No, it's towards the lower.
I don't know. I enjoy it.
It's better than Alien 3. I'll give it that.
Yeah, honestly, Trevor, looking at it now, I think I also might have it lower than Fight Club. Sorry, Trevor. I hate to.
Yeah.
Well. Yeah. Okay. The Killer though. The Killer. Also, hello. Yes, hot takes on Mank. I don't know. Like we always talk about, like Fincher films get something, and it does. It feels. I saw somebody say like it feels tonally similar to like Fight Club or Gone Girl, kind of.
Yeah, it's sort of more of an old school Fincher.
It feels punchy, I guess.
Yeah.
And they don't love thrillers, which is the worry, I guess. But I don't know. Like I could see Fassbender getting a random nom if this is like big. The other worry is like, what's Netflix going to do with this? Like, how do we feel about their campaign?
They've got a lot of different stuff like Naiad. Or,
they've got a lot of stuff. I mean, not Naiad, but Maestro. Yeah, May December potentially.
Yeah, I don't think they see this as. I mean, they're sending it to awards places, but I don't think they see this as a big contender. I think if it ends up being one, that'll benefit them, but I don't think they're going to campaign super hard.
I would, even if this movie does, we think it's going to be a Best Picture player. May I remind you that both Nightcrawler and the girl with the dragon tattoo got like PGA, Critics' Choice Gold. Like they got so many nominations, and they just don't respond to this kind of movie. And it really, I'm looking at his movies, and it really does remind me of the girl with the dragon tattoo the most, especially with the lighting and the score.
Yeah, I could see that.
And the lighting and the score look amazing. Like maybe it'll get into a few texts, but even then, like Gone Girl got 1 Oscar nomination. 1.
Yeah. Right. No, it feels like Fincher sometimes leans into the more Academy-friendly stuff. This definitely doesn't seem like a film for the Academy.
Again, it feels like it's like editing sound, maybe. I've seen some people throw out like a potential score.
Still, I think it's very good.
Yeah, this is also interesting, as Ezra says, like, why is this not going to NIF?
Niff can be
I-
picky.
I don't know. It's just it feels weird, and I'm not entirely convinced that this will be a thing. Like again, if it's a contender, it feels like it'll be like an accidental thing almost from
Yeah.
Netflix.
Yeah, the trailer reminded me a lot of the actual Gone with the Girl or Gone Girl with the Dragon Tattoo trailer. He does very interesting, very edity trailers that don't really tell you much about the story. But I can't remember the last movie of his that didn't get an acting nomination. So I would still keep Fassbender and maybe Swindon in mind, because even movies like Gone Girl, they still get one person in. So I don't think it'll be a big contender. It could sneak in some places.
Even back to like what Benjamin Button got one, like
Yeah, but I would say it looks like quite a subtle performance from Fassbender, which maybe will stop it from getting one.
Yeah, I mean the only thing would be like if they're like, we want to give him something for the year since he also has nice goal wins, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay. Overall, though, we'll see. I'm hoping for the best.
It's good.
I would still be skeptical even about like a score category, because the girl with the dragon tattoo didn't get a score nomination, and it was the year after they won for The Social Network. So really never know.
They like to snub Resident Ross as well. Like in the past they've snubbed them.
Yeah, they didn't even make the short list last year for Empire of Light, right?
No, or Bones and all as well. Which
they deserved it for Bones and all last year.
They definitely did.
Okay. Let's talk about Rustin. So this is like, it's a Netflix biopic. That's for sure.
It sure is. It sure is.
Listen,
what it looks
like, it looks good. This, like the song for the film is
what's it called? Stand Up.
Road to Freedom.
Yeah.
And I think that you can understand everything about this movie by just the song being called Road to Freedom. It's one of those. Like Bayard Rustin, very important historical figure. I think that there's a far more interesting way to look at historical stories, and this just looks.
At least they're not doing his whole life. Like it's like a smaller period. At least it's not like everything.
Yeah, at least it's not cradle to grave, but still, like it just like even just like the cinematography looks so like bland and like I don't know. It looked like sorry.
Hallmark TV movie.
Yes, TV movie. Thank you.
I have to say, this feels like the type of thing that if it was released in 2006, which it could have been, Coleman Domingo would be the limited series or anthology TV movie Emmy winner for Best Actor.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's kind of what this is.
And again, Domingo doesn't look bad. He looks like he's giving a good performance.
He's going to be very good. Because he's always very good. But after Oppenheimer especially, I feel like people's standards for basic biopics are really, like, people don't want to put up with this anymore.
Right. And the other thing...
the test is this. If at the end of the movie it turns to a black screen and says, so-and-so died in this year, they never did this again. Like, I was waiting for J. Robert Oppenheimer died when he was blank. He never dropped an atomic bomb again. They all do that. I don't understand what purpose.
He never dropped an atomic bomb.
He
never created another. He never created a bomb again.
I do think it's a shame that the visual style doesn't look to be a bit more distinctive, because I thought the Ma Rainey's Babel was
Ma Rainey's at least like had a
visually
vision
interesting, but
I
like
didn't love it. But
George C. Wolfe definitely just feels like a sort of hired hand for this project. So just
you know the scene in The Devil Wears Prada when they're all sitting around the table and they're giving Miranda Priestley suggestions, and that guy is like, maybe I know you said that you don't like it for the spring, but the femininity of the florals, that's George C. Wolfe. The person who says that is literally George C. Wolfe.
Wait, unironically, that is.
Yes.
Oh. But no, okay.
Every time you say his name, that's the only thing I can think of.
I just as far as awards, it's Domingo and it's nothing else. And that's why I don't think that he can win, because he's not gonna win as a lone nominee for this film. Like, this doesn't even have makeup. Like, if you're gonna do a Cradle to Grave or just a standard biopic, I know this isn't Cradle to Grave, but like, you need a makeup nom to come along with. This doesn't even have that.
No.
It just, I don't know. It looks like a non-entity, and like, sadly, I could see him not happening.
can
And
see him
I
being
know
snubbed.
it's just last year, but Daniel Deadweiler, she was the lone nominee for that film. She didn't have any support. And
Delroy
I'm less
Lindo into
worried
Five Bloods,
because
which was a bigger
I'm
contender.
less worried though.
Still missed.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know where to stand because in 2020 it was like Delroy Lindo didn't get nominated, but he wasn't expected to get nominated. Like
Right.
I feel like a lot of people reference that. Looking back, I don't really know anyone who really thought he was going to
Yeah,
get nominated.
people just wanted him to.
It just
Yeah.
depends if Netflix is able to campaign this in a way that makes it seen. Because Vanessa Kirby in Pieces of a Woman, like they made sure that that movie was seen. And if they do
Yeah.
the same thing with a movie like this, then he can get nominated. It's just
Well,
all
but how many lead acting noms is Netflix gonna get? Because like, I mean,
I mean, they've already got Maestro 2, plus maybe Annette Bening as well.
are they gonna
That's
like?
only
I
three.
mean, and like, I know you talk about Naiad all the time. As like if it's getting anything, I do think that Annette Bening is genuinely very, very possible. So if
Yes.
both Mulligan, Cooper, and Bening are happening, are they gonna get a fourth in with Domingo? Is Netflix really gonna get 4 of the 10 lead acting nominations?
I don't think when
know.
the actors are voting, they're like, I'm gonna limit the amount of Netflix.
I'm not saying that. I'm
No.
saying can Netflix
I-
manage those campaigns though? Is what
I
I'm
think
I
they
think if
can.
a studio can, it would be Netflix. I also think it is important to mention Domingo's also in the color purple, so like there could
And
be a sort of
Handmaid
narrative,
is
like
number
just
2.
more exposure. Yeah, exactly. I do think
Sure.
I feel good
Totally.
about Domingo. Probably
I feel
happening.
fine
Although,
about
as you
him,
say,
but like,
I'd have him like 4 or 5. I can see a world in which he does get a lot of these precursors, and the Oscars just don't want to go for Rustin in anything because I
I
could
mean, we know
equally see
BAFTA's not
Rustin-
going to
yeah.
nominate him.
No.
Exactly, and that could be the sort of start of his, and someone could get nominated in BAFTA
Right.
and eventually
Like,
make it.
it
Like,
feels
I
like
don't
you
know,
do a club
Hopkins
for
or someone
SAG.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because our 5 right now feels way too safe in Best Actor.
Everyone has the same 5. It's
Everybody
scary.
has the same exact 5, and unfortunately, if anybody's going to go right now, it feels like it's Domingo.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And granted,
I don't know
movies
who
haven't
the
come out,
alternative would
so
be.
we don't know.
but- I don't know who the alternative would be, but it's August. Now is officially the hardest and most awkward
Yeah.
time to predict the Oscars because
Exactly.
it's not like, oh, it's so early, we can have fun, but it's also not like late enough that you know anything. So we're kind
Yeah.
of at this weird middle ground where nothing really makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. One more. Giamatti's missing. Maybe.
I had
Hopefully,
him at
I hope
5.
that movie gets no nominations.
You haven't seen
If
it.
a
You
hold
haven't
of his
seen it.
fails, yeah.
I'm not
We'll
looking
know
forward to it.
tomorrow.
You haven't seen it. Also, just brief thing with Coleman Domingo is he did win like the TIFF
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
artisan
Tribute.
thing or whatever they call it, like the TIFF tribute. And it's been going on since 2019. Every year, at least one of the 2 winners has gone on to win the Oscar.
Who's the second person? I wonder.
Well, last year they did Harry Styles, so I wouldn't get your hopes
Well,
up.
they did the cast of My
Sorry,
Policeman.
the
actually.
cast of My Policeman, yeah.
They didn't win an Oscar.
But do you think they'll do a woman
But-
for the other one?
Like
I-
maybe Annette Bening.
They
yeah,
might be winning.
potentially.
Potentially.
They could. And again, I don't think that this is important. I think it's just a trend because it's 4 years of data. I wouldn't read too much into it, but it's just it's something to take note of. Again, it's probably not important. Still interesting though.
It is.
Okay. Let's move on to the Ferrari trailer.
Yeah.
Oh.
Listen. Is this a real movie?
It certainly has $110 million behind it.
Yeah.
I know.
I
I don't
think-
know how this drew the attraction
This
in the
movie is going to
Elementary
make
Report.
like
I really
30
don't
million
understand that.
domestic. I don't know what
Yeah.
this is marketing to. I don't really understand what the vision here
I think
is.
I genuinely think SDX dropped it because they're just like, we are not making money, right? And then Neon just picked it up. Like, I don't think there's people were like, oh, Neon picked it up. That must mean it's great. I don't think so. I just think that like
Yeah.
nobody wanted to invest the money into this.
Well, A24 was also in a bidding war with them for it.
Yeah.
A24 has
This
pretty
is what
high
I just
standards,
don't
I will say.
understand.
Nah,
Like, I just don't
have you
understand
looked
this at
through
all.
A24 is good at making you forget all of the random bad
Yes.
stuff.
Did you watch that video
The
about
Vox
it?
one, yes.
Yes, but I don't know if they would be willing to spend that much money on something that they thought could be iffy. I think
Michael-
it'll be a
it's
good
Michael Mann's
movie. I don't
name,
know if
though.
it'll be an
It's-
Oscar contender.
It's the Michael Mann name, I think.
Potentially.
Does
potentially.
A24
I mean, I
really
don't
care
think it
about
looks good,
names?
to be honest.
I'm just
I think
going
they
to
kinda
say
do.
something right now, and I know a lot of people aren't going to like this,
Oh.
but I don't like what Adam Driver is doing in this movie. In the last few years, I have seen that a lot of people really like him, and I can't remember this decade so far liking a single performance.
And that is brilliant.
No.
Okay, fine.
I know.
That I'll give you.
No,
that,
I wouldn't even say that.
That one, even then, like, maybe did I like the performance, or did I just think he was hot? So I don't really
In that film, really?
I don't really think I like Adam Driver that much. And I think it, especially when he does like a very European accent like this, it just I find it
It's
so
it's
annoying.
giving House of Gucci.
And I
Yeah.
hate that. I hate that.
I despise House of Gucci. I mean, okay, sorry, but I liked him a lot in White Noise. I thought that he was good in The Last
I didn't
Duel.
think he was bad in. Oh, The Last Duel, yeah.
Oh, he
I
was
thought
great
that-
in the last.
I think
Yeah.
he's brilliant in Marriage Story.
That's not this decade,
Yes.
though, technically.
I know
Yeah,
it's not this decade, but like
Yeah, I mean Black Klansman as well. I think Adam Driver is
Black
a
Klansman, I think he's a
good-
very good
I-
actor.
I
I,
just-
think he's
I-
also
I
really
just-
good in Silence.
Accent is really
No, I don't think he looks good in this though. I really think those
No.
two things are both
Yeah.
true. Yeah, like
Yeah.
I don't know what this film is even going for. Like, what genre is it even in? I think it's a sort of drama,
know.
but like,
And
there
also,
seems to be a
sorry, we didn't
racing
mention-
elements.
Penelope Cruz is there. That's just
Yeah,
I
like-
do like that she's getting a non-stereotypical role for a Hispanic woman in an American film. But I don't know. I can't read what she's doing in this movie. I can't tell if she's going to be in it for like 5 minutes or for like an hour and 5 minutes.
right. Yeah. I don't
Because
know.
she very well
I,
could be in like 3 scenes.
yeah,
I,
it did seem to be a bit of
I
focus
think
on
it
it
could be a
though.
disaster,
So
honestly.
like,
I
yeah.
think this could go really poorly.
Yeah, I
Genuinely.
think so,
good.
too.
Yeah. Even then, it could still get a sound nomination.
Yeah, I could still randomly
yeah,
get sound.
BAFTAs, yeah, BAFTAs will eat this up for sound.
Oh my god, yeah. BAFTAs. The BAFTA nominations are gonna be like Ferrari, Gran Turismo, F9. Like they're just gonna eat this up.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about Saltburn because oh my god.
The main attraction.
Yeah, literally. In multiple ways, this is the main attraction.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
Linus Sandgren.
Yeah, Linus Sandgren. You beautiful, beautiful man. This looks beautiful. This looks stunning. This looks
What is
incredible,
Emerald Fennell
and it
now?
looks
A
gay.
2-hit wonder?
Yeah, no. Honestly, this looks even better than Promising Young Woman. Like
Visually,
it looks
yeah.
like she's leveling
Visually,
up.
Oh,
she's
she's,
leveling
she's gonna become an auteur. Like she
No,
is.
for sure.
I've
Shots
been
of Barry
saying
Keoghan at the
this.
table.
I
yeah.
know Twitter hates Promising Young Woman, but every single person in the real world who I've spoken to loves that movie, and I think that she
I think
is
it's
so
good.
fucking
it's great.
talented. Like this movie is gonna be amazing. This movie is gonna
Yeah.
be so much fun.
Oh my god, yeah, it's gonna be fun. Like Jesus Christ, the cinematography. Like when they're like zooming down on the maze, like like the lighting looks ridiculous. All of the colors are popping. The performances look really fun. As mentioned, it looks very gay, and like it just seems like it's a lot of like psychological games that are being played back and forth. And like I don't know, it really is brilliant. I think that this film's gonna be fantastic. I worry that about its Oscars chances.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I don't know how much of an Oscars film this look. I mean,
No. And especially like I don't think people should predict this in cinematography, especially just because they think it looks really good. Because I've looked at
Babylon.
if you look at the recent nominees across the last few years. They don't nominate movies that have very vibrant colors.
yeah,
Okay.
They like black and white more.
they also
like black and
also
white more,
hate
even
Linus
a movie
Sandgren.
I guess.
Like even I was looking like what got snubbed last year: Avatar, Babylon, and what's it? The Batman.
Top Gun.
yeah.
And Top Gun. All of those movies,
Top
like
Gun.
even Top Gun, like the sunsets and the beach, like all of those
Yeah.
movies have like bright, vibrant colors.
Look at what
What
won?
got in
Light on the
instead?
Western Front.
Tar and all
Oh, yeah.
Empire of Light.
No,
Yeah,
they definitely
that
like
is a valid
muted.
point. That is a very valid point.
And like
Yeah.
again, like Linus Sandgren just gets snubbed. So much. Like
Too much.
he should have gotten a nomination for First Man
And Babylon.
and Babylon.
Babylon, yeah.
Yes.
First man movie.
Oh, for sure.
Like he shot Battle of the Sexes. What? Okay, sorry. I was looking through. But yeah, I don't know. I really want this to be a thing though. Like I really want this to be a thing. I think I'm going to love this movie.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to be
Definitely one of the most
obsessed with it.
anticipated.
Like I could see it
Yeah.
being my Babylon this year, where it comes out the theater and I'm just like, oh my god, and then it gets nothing at the Oscars. And I don't know, like, how are we feeling? I mean, what if Barry Keoghan's somebody who fits into the actor 5?
I mean, potentially.
The movie would
it
have to be
doesn't-
big.
Yeah,
Right.
I don't think it looks like Barry Keoghan's doing like that.
This. It needs
much
rave reviews.
Oscar sort of stuff.
It needs rave reviews.
Yeah, it really does. Yeah.
Because just off of like what we know about like this film, it just like the genre, the distributor, MGM, like it doesn't give me a bunch of confidence. But if it's well liked enough, I think it has a chance.
Because I mean, we were talking about Rosamund Pike potentially as well, but she's barely in this trailer. Like she's got that one sort of funny moment, but I think that is what her character will be. It won't be the sort of.
And Carey Mulligan
Oscar
also has like a
performance.
bit part apparently.
Okay.
You can see her in the trailer. She has red hair.
Yeah.
Oh.
Right.
Also this, like Telluride, it's Telluride only. Again, probably more of a trend than a stat, but like again, it might not be the
I don't think
strongest
it'll get
film.
acting. It'll probably miss most text that it should get. It just
Yeah.
probably will get maybe screenplay.
I think screenplay.
I have
I'm
it in
hoping,
there.
like, I think this makes a lot of sense as a lone screenplay nom.
I could see though. I could see them only going for one of this in May, December. I could see one of them getting in, and
Maybe
the other one slipping. I
just
don't
know
if
what else to
necessarily
put
for
in.
both of them.
Right. That's
It's
the word.
true.
Air?
It's true.
No,
but they
I'm
could
not
go for
putting
something a
in Air.
bit. No, because they could go for something a bit more stereotypical, like Air, maybe Rustin. Like I don't know. I don't know if there's necessarily space for two of these types of films.
Maybe.
She's a winner, a previous winner for.
She is a
screenplay,
previous
so.
winner,
That's
but so
that's
is
the thing.
Rustin. So
Oh
That's
yeah, the
true,
writer Rustin.
yes.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting. Okay, let's talk about this Telluride lineup. All right, and some of the comments from the person. Oh, Sam's just gone from that. Let's see. No, that doesn't work. We're just gonna go with this. All right. Okay, so let's look at the Telluride lineup briefly. Because what a stacked lineup. Like Jesus Telluride. So we got stuff, I mean, from all over. I think is some coming through?
yeah, I can. Yeah.
I don't understand what's going on. Oh, sorry, but the stream was playing on my side of the.
Oh.
Okay, we're good now. This is what happens when we do it live. All of Us Strangers is going to be there. We got Anatomy of a Fall. The Bike Riders exists, and we got a first image, and I think it's in black and white.
Yeah, which is
Cinematography.
interesting. There's still space for a sort of black and white pick in cinematography.
Wait,
I mean,
who's shooting the
Maestro.
bike? Who shot the bike
Not
rides?
I'm not
I
sure.
don't know.
But speaking of black and white, there's Alcante. Fallen Leaves is going there, which gives me confidence that maybe that's making the rounds as a fall festival thing.
Yeah.
Fingernails, I've heard
This
interesting.
is a
things
very
about.
interesting cast. Yeah, this
I
cast.
love the
Jesse
cast,
Buckley, Riz Ahmed. Who else? There's one more.
Jeremy Allen White.
Jeremy
Jeremy
Allen
Allen White. Yeah, that's it.
Like,
Yeah.
It looks like
Great
a really
cast.
fun cast. Christos Nico, he did a film called Apples, which was pretty well received. So could be fun. Telluride had the best lineup of the year.
Yeah.
I mean, also this, like,
And Naiad.
Yes.
Naiad is there.
Exactly.
Netflix is sending it around. I mean, there's Lucky Mara here. Poor Things is going.
Yeah.
Rustin's going. Saltburn going. Zone of Interest. Like, this is crazy.
Most of the sort of ones we're talking about in terms of Oscar convention are here. Also things like Occupied City, which I forgot. But yeah, that from it can. And that's I completely forgot that film existed. But
I mean,
it's a very good lineup. It's a very, very good lineup. I mean, you've also got Ethan Hawke's directorial debut Wildcat coming here, which had a bit of buzz around it just because the name attached. But yeah, like Rustin, all of these things.
And it's insane. I'm just gonna read off what's gonna be there like just tomorrow that we're gonna get premieres, okay? Saltburn, Rustin, Holdovers, Bike Riders, All of Us Strangers, Anatomy of Fall is also going to be there tomorrow. Fallen Leaves, Beyond Utopia. But just those first 5. Saltburn, Rustin, Holdovers, Bike Riders, All of Us Strangers. We are getting first reviews for all 5 of those films tomorrow.
Wow.
How
incredible is that?
It's crazy.
Plus,
All the Strangers will have the best reviews, I think.
I think so
It's
too.
being underestimated, everyone.
Hopefully.
His movies get like very high
Critics
scores
love them.
on Metacritic.
I mean, yeah, I'm very, very hyped about All of Us Strangers. And the interesting thing, so I'm going to read out a couple of statements that were made by Julie Huntsinger, who's like the executive director of Telluride. Okay. So she said the best picture winner is among the lineup, which obviously
She said the same thing last year.
Naiad.
Yeah. I mean, I
Yeah.
think it's a marketing thing. I
It
don't know
is a
how
marketing
much
thing,
they'll be
but the
really
interesting
taking
thing
this,
was
but-
She said the same exact
I
thing
know
last
that that's
year,
not
and
important.
Yeah.
I know that's not important, but she also said All of Us Strangers is the one I just can't get over how outstanding it is. And that isn't the first time she's brought it up. She repeatedly is bringing up about how All of Us Strangers is like one of the best films she's ever brought to the festival.
Yeah.
So,
Screenplay, supporting actor.
yeah, could be.
yeah, I think it could be a thing. I really think it could be a thing. Also, are you going to NIF, Sam? New York?
Yes, I will
Yes.
be there.
Sam is going to New York. I will be at Chicago
I
International
am
Film
seeing
Festival, if
Poor
anybody's going.
Things and Anatomy of a Fall.
Nice,
Very
nice.
excited. Very excited.
So yeah, and then she also said that Coleman Domingo, she thinks that like he gives like one of the best like performances she's ever seen. So again, like obviously marketing, marketing thing, but even though it's a marketing thing, there's like she's still picking out specific films and performances to single out.
She's not going to
Yeah.
explicitly lie if she saw and thought it was terrible and still say that. So they're obviously still decent.
She obviously thinks that they're great, and like the All of Us Stranger thing is really interesting though because like I mean, again, I think it's gonna be really well received. It looks really good from everything I've read about it. I mean, obviously, I think the performances are gonna be like Paul Mescal, like an actor of our generation. Like he's just absolutely brilliant in everything he touches. And I mean, if it is really, really, really good, who says that it can't? Like,
yeah, especially if Poor Things potentially isn't necessarily the Oscar going to be thinking Searchlight thing.
Yeah,
Well,
I
we'll
could
just
see
switch our
Poor Things
campaign around.
being an
Yeah.
Oscar.
I think they can easily
To be
both
fair,
be big contenders.
They could both be
Correct.
equally,
That
one
little
is-
small clip we got today of that movie has made me so excited. Like the part when she spits out the food and she's like, "Why should I keep it in my mouth if it's so revolting?" And she's like, after she and Mark Ruffalo have sex, she's like, "Why don't people do this all the time?"
Yes. Yeah, I'd strongly believe in Poor Things. I think All of Us Strangers could sneak in like the 9th or 10th spot, but I still think it'll get some nominations, like screenplay or acting.
Potentially.
Poor Things just is like the favorite. It's like the exact same style of dialogue. Like the humor that it has is the same, just amplified. And I love that.
Yeah.
It's my most anticipated for the rest of the year.
It looks amazing.
Wow.
yeah, I'm very, very excited about
I'm
it.
so excited.
I mean, mine's probably Saltburn, All of Us Strangers, or Zone of Interest. It's probably my most anticipated. But
Yeah, I think All of Us Strangers
Yeah.
definitely up there.
I
So
agree with all
the killer
those.
as well for me.
Yeah. Okay, let's get into some predictions.
Yeah.
Let's do Venice first. All right. So these are our predictions for the awards at the festivals. So I can pull up the Venice lineup. I'll pull up the Venice lineup so we can have it on screen and we can all look at it. But every year for Venice and TIFF, there are awards. TIFF is just the top 3 for TIFF People's Choice, which is voted on by the people at the festival. And Venice is voted on by a jury. Now, the Venice jury is stacked this year. We got Damien Chazelle.
Yeah.
I mean, Jane Kimmy's there, Mia Hansen-Loeb, Martin McDonough, Santiago Mitre, who did Argentina in 1985, Laura Poitras, and I'm sure other people I would know if I looked or, did more research about international film. But insane jury. Like, crazy. But here is our lineup. So the category, so you have the Golden Lion, which is the top prize. That was won by All the Beauty and the Bloodshed last year. Then you have the Volpe Cup for actor and actress, which is won by Colin Farrell and Kate Blanchett, respectively. You have the Silver Lion, which is seen as the directorial achievement. It was given to Lucas Guadagnino for Bones and all last year. And then you have the Grand Jury Prize and the Special Jury Prize, which is like second and third. That was Saint Omer and No Bears. And then the Screenplay Prize, which last year went to Banshees of Inisherin. So they can double up. They don't always all the time. But straight off the bat, what are we thinking for Golden Lion? I'm leaning
Usually
towards
goes to a foreign film.
I'm leaning towards
Yeah,
Evil Does Not Exist.
That's
by
what I was going to
Rustin.
say.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me
I
too.
mean, it might be a bit too presumptuous to just assume that this is another Drive My Car, but like when you've got that behind you in the end as a part of your reputation, like I don't think it's too wild to guess that
Mhm.
to be the golden
Yeah.
line.
I would go with Green Border. I read
I've
about
heard
it.
good things about that. Yeah.
Sounds. I think it could be. I think it could be a big surprise.
Yeah, I was going to give that a jury prize. To be honest.
That's my
What do you think
second
about
pick.
jury prize?
Yeah.
Yeah, second or third potentially.
Sam, where are you leaning as far as golden line?
I'm gonna agree with Evil Does Not Exist,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
this might be weird. But if I would say that Origin, I don't know anything about this movie, but if it's really good, I could see it winning some prize here. So I'll say that that's my alternative. If I have
Okay. Okay. Because yeah, my top 3 would be Evil Does Not Exist.
Yeah.
And then my second place is the Green Border. And then or just Green Border. And then this film right here, Finalmente l'Alba. Okay, so actually I want to share a bit about this. Lily James, Willem Dafoe, Joe Keery, and Rachel Sennett.
Rachel Sennett.
Yeah, and it is
Yep.
set so in the Hollywood in the Tiberian era, 1950s Rome, and it follows a long, intense night in an aspiring actress's career. It's an Italian
Okay.
period drama with that
Sounds
cast.
good.
Wow.
So that is my third choice behind Evil Does Not Exist and Green Border for the top 3 places.
Yeah. I'd also say
that
I
could be,
think it's like
good.
30 something of like the 50 something winners have been European men, so they do lean European also in terms
Yeah.
of winners here.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
I'd
A lot
say
of people
Green
would say
Border.
as well.
I'd say Poor Things could maybe also win.
I was
as
going to
a
give Poor Things
European
director.
director.
I think,
I would
yeah,
give
that
him
is a
that.
European director. Yeah, I think that could be getting director though on its own. Like I think you'll start plus.
Yes,
They might
I
want
agree
to
with
sort of
that.
on him. So that's what I would be giving Poor Things,
I
and
think-
potentially they do double up. Potentially.
I've seen a lot of people saying The Beast. I've seen a lot
Mhm.
of people saying The Beast can win Golden
have.
Lion.
Yeah.
Potentially.
I mean, so yeah, it's a Bertrand Bonello film. I mean, it seems very, very interesting, based off of what I read. And we got Léa Seydoux and George McKay in it, leading the film. Seems fascinating. I don't know. I haven't read as much about it. But yeah, I mean, it's a sci-fi romance film. I don't know. It could be interesting. Could be interesting.
Yeah.
But do we want it? So director Thomas, we agree that we have Yorgos, right?
Yeah, I think Poor Things for director.
Okay.
Seems like a
Same
very
with you,
directorial
as far as director
achievement.
goes.
I don't know if I have Poor Things.
What do you have?
Weirdly, I might actually have Bradley Cooper.
Winning director?
Yeah,
Interesting. I think it picks up one of the performances.
I don't think it's gonna win either of the leads, so I
Okay.
might weirdly say that. I also heard somewhere that he really wants Best Director even more than
Yeah.
Best Actor, which
Yeah,
not
I had
happening.
that as well.
but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'd have
All right.
Yorgos winning director, I think.
Yeah.
Him,
Agreed.
or maybe from what I've read, Matteo Garrone for Capitano sounds like a pretty director heavy
Okay, yeah.
film.
Nice. As far as the Volpe Cups.
Emma Stone.
Okay, so you're
She's
going
already won.
I don't care.
to
They don't give it away often to multiple people.
Yeah. I don't know.
Or,
If it's
again,
not her, I'm gonna go Kaylee Spaney.
I was going to say Kaylee Spaney. I think Kaylee Spaney makes sense.
I'm saving her for something else.
Okay.
Okay.
But
Oh, do you think she'll win what Taylor Russell did last year?
I do. The
Oh.
Mastriano. She's
Oh,
older. She's
the
younger
young
than
performer?
Taylor Russell.
That's
Okay, maybe
that's
actually.
kind of where I'm
yeah.
leaning as well for her.
I
Yeah.
forgot about that award. Yeah, potentially.
Yeah. So
I don't know,
what
maybe
I'm
someone like Léa Seydoux then. Well, if we'll give them.
I have
something.
Léa Seydoux as well.
for the
Yeah, I
Beast,
think
It's
that
a,
could.
it's a
try.
very
I have Carey Mulligan.
baity thing.
I
I
have
just
Carey
don't
Mulligan.
believe in Maestro personally.
I think that kind of makes sense for Venice to reward Carey for that. And I think actor is going to be Fassbender for The Killer.
Yes.
I don't think they're gonna do two American two
No,
English
They
language
did Brenton and Farrell
performances.
last year.
They did, but they don't do it very often. If you look
Neither
back
of
on
those
the
are
years.
American.
Well, okay, I'm saying English.
Well, no, but like English language.
Yeah.
I know they're not American.
I was gonna go Bradley Cooper here for Maestro. I think Bradley
I
Cooper
did-
picked up this one.
I don't know.
Directing, the acting, and then you honor him for the acting here. Plus, that's not two Americans because they're to do it for actress. So
Maybe. I don't know. I feel good about Carrie though, and I don't think they're double.
No.
Mads Mikkelsen as well could be a strong shout.
Mads Mikkelsen is definitely a
Yeah.
shout. Yeah.
So that could.
I think it could be Franz Rogowski for Lubo. It sounds like a
That would
baby
be cool.
performance.
Yeah,
He's
actually,
a respected
Love Rogowski.
European actor. He hasn't won before.
I could
So
see
I
that.
would say him.
Interesting. Yeah. Interesting. As far as screenplay, here I'm leaning towards Origin.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, I was like saving it
Who wrote-
from
who wrote it?
any of the other ones.
Ava
Dave
Not
DuVernay.
entirely sure.
She wrote it.
I'm pretty
Oh, did
positive.
she? Okay.
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
screenplay by Ava.
Yeah. I think that could honor for directing as well.
I
so
think
it's a whole
Origin's gonna
package.
be really good.
I think
Exactly,
it
if
also
it
be
is
really good.
good.
Like that could pop,
Yeah.
and I don't think it has distribution yet. If I'm correct, I'll double check.
Netflix used to have it, but they don't have it anymore.
I saw Netflix drop the. Yeah, I remember they did.
They did
Yeah.
drop it. Yeah.
So it'll
So
be
someone will
interesting
hopefully
to
pick it
see
up.
where that goes.
Yeah.
Because screenplay for Evil does not exist. That can make some sense.
That's what I
Right.
have winning.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think that we've all made predictions everywhere. I think that we've all
Yeah. I think
we've all said a thing.
Mhm.
And there's also
Um,
a possibility that we all got every single thing wrong.
Oh
that's
yeah, I think that's
100%.
basically
all
what happened
zero.
last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Combined, potentially we get one or two right.
Right.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, let's talk about TIFF People's Choice top 3.
Naiad.
Yes. I
I'm not
agree.
entirely sure.
I
Let me look at the lineup and
so here's our lineup. So if I remember correctly, People's Choice is for gala presentations and special presentations.
Yeah, I believe so.
Personally, I have the holdovers winning.
Yeah,
too.
agreed.
Jack, you have Naiad, right?
I do have Naiad winning. Yes.
I have Naiad second. I have it as the second place. But
You have to put
I-
which one you're most confident in best picture for it at number 1. here.
Yeah.
And I'm more confident in Naiad than holdovers. But holdovers make sense. Holdovers will probably happen.
Yeah. I'm keeping Naiad on the edge. I think Naiad's like fourth in mine.
So,
Like, it could
I do-
very easily, but I'm taking it out.
I'm going for holdovers as the winner.
Yeah.
I agree with Ezra here. Boy in the Heron, I think, is second.
It's like selling out.
that
They
actually
just had to add a 6th showing. Like I think it
Yeah.
is. If I'm correct me if I'm wrong, like the most sold tickets or something like that for
Oh,
TIFF this year.
For that one, yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Yeah.
Like-
no, you talked to me about this one off screen. I was like, yeah, the
and
narrative
it makes a
tracks
lot
well.
of sense.
Yeah.
It makes a
I've been
lot
on
of
them.
sense for
Yeah.
them to go for Boy in the Heron.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
I
So I
think,
really doubt it'll be unpopular as well. Like I'm sure even if it's not like the greatest thing ever, like enough people will be just liking it to sort of
Yeah.
vote for it.
yeah, I think it gets votes. I think it absolutely gets
Yeah.
votes.
So I don't think it'll be like Miyazaki's masterpiece or whatever, magnum opus. I don't think
No.
it will be that. But
The reviews in
I'm sure
Japan
it'll be
haven't
very,
been
very
that
similar.
stellar.
I don't
Yeah.
think a movie like Anatomy of a Fall or The Zone of Interest would place.
No,
No,
They
I
could.
thought
They've gone
about
for
Zone of
women
Interest.
talking or Power
Yeah,
of the
but
Dog.
even
They've
then,
gone
Women
for more
Talking
artsy.
they also
films.
premiered they premiered earlier than Fall Fests.
Mm.
Like
Yeah, that's true.
when have we seen films that premiered before Fall Fests, then go to TIFF, and then
Yeah.
place?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
true.
98 though. Like, let's not forget Zone of Interest.
Yeah,
does
but
still
that's
have
critics. This
98,
is voted
so-
on by audiences.
It is
Yeah.
critics. It is critics. But if there
I would
is
see
enough sort
Anatomy
of,
for
I mean,
Fall.
it is.
I
You
do
say it's
think
audiences, but
Next
it's
Goal
audiences who are
Wins.
fans.
I think Next Goal Wins is like baity, but I'm not gonna go for it just because I don't want it to win.
Yeah, I think we're all.
Next Goal Wins is my
Next
third.
Wins.
So my
That's your third.
my top 3 goes holdovers, Boy and the Heron, Next Goal Wins. Like they went for Jojo Rabbit.
They did. They did.
I'd say Naiad, holdovers, Boy and the Heron.
I'd say
Would be my
Holdovers, Naiad, Boy and the Heron.
Same 3.
I'd go Holdovers, Boy and Heron. I might throw out Rogue Shout. Why not? I might throw out Rustin. I think Rustin, if it could be a crowd pleaser,
That's not a bad
it
idea.
could sort of start something at TIFF and then just sort of end up going nowhere. But I don't know. It seems like a crowd pleaser. It seems like that type of thing that people might feel inclined to vote for. So yeah, I'll throw that out as a third.
No, it's a fair shout. That's a fair shout. I'd also keep an eye on this American Fiction. I think that could be really good. And I think that like, I don't know. I think that Different Rate could be like really, really good in that. Interesting. You're going to Anatomy of Fall. You're going to Anatomy of Fall.
Yeah. I mean, I could see either of that or Zone of Interest happening if they are just that good. Like if because like the audiences going to TIFF are still film fans who still like are not just going for the most spacey stuff and actually, although oftentimes they do, but you know.
Sure. Yeah.
I'd see Anatomy of a Fall before Zone of Interest. I think that's more crowd pleasing.
Probably.
Yeah. This is the other thing. Watch out for Canadian films.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Sarah Polly.
They can pop up. They can easily pop up.
What about Dumb Money?
Yeah.
We've already got that one.
Yeah. I think that was a very intentional avoiding.
I saw a prediction today that I saw someone today predicting America Ferrera for Dumb Money.
Okay. Interesting.
Oh god. Yeah. Yeah, Poolman, that's the Chris Pine thing. Also new Linklater Hitman. Could be another.
Yeah, that's hitting a lot of festivals. That's surprising. That's also at TIFF, which is
I'm keeping it on the back burner. Like, what if a potential like lone screenplay thing?
Yeah.
Linklater. I don't think it'll happen.
Glenn Powell helped write it.
Keeping it in the back of my mind.
Did he? Interesting.
He did.
So, but I think we got through everything. Those are our predictions for the Fall Festival Awards, our thoughts on Telluride, and our thoughts on all of those trailers. So, Jack is going to be doing a live stream that will be starting in like 15 minutes or so.
Yeah.
15-ish minutes. I will be over there. Thomas, Sam?
Yeah.
We'll see.
Okay. Probably not, but maybe.
It's late for Thomas. It's late for Thomas. But you can see 3/4 of us over on Jack's channel. It's Oscar Film Forecast, so make sure you go over there and you can subscribe to Jack. And we're gonna be doing a live stream talking about and maybe making fun of Jack's Oscar predictions.
Yes, they're pretty much there just to make fun of my predictions.
Yeah. Basically,
I'm not gonna be making as much fun.
Oh well, we'll see.
Trevor will make more fun. Yeah,
you just wait.
Some
until
of them are worthy of making.
Wait until you're acting lineups. Anyways, yes. Go over to Jack's channel, Oscar Film Forecast. You can look it up. I'll also put it in the comments if you stay for like 2 minutes after the stream ends, and we'll all be over there doing even more stuff. We're doing lots of stuff tonight because it is Eve of Fall Festivals. And starting tomorrow, we are going to have our directing, writing, and tech predictions up on this channel, and we are starting daily coverage of fall festivals with Telluride and Venice. TIFF's going to be coming
tomorrow.
In
we're going to be.
It's going to be a lot. So make sure you join for that and on all subsequent days, because we're going to have a lot to talk about over the next 3 days, and we're going to try to do a video every single day to talk about everything with you guys about the fall festivals. But that is it for this stream. We are going to hop off. We're going to take a moment's break, and then Sam and I will be back over on Jack's channel again, Oscar Film Forecast, doing some more live streaming. So see you guys over there. Did you mention
strikes quickly?
Oh, yeah. The strikes. They're going to be in the description. If you're watching this on replay, didn't get the time to put in the description, but go support the strikes. We have links to go support the strikes in the description. And studio executive, never mind. I don't want to get them on. Anyways, bye everybody. See you over on
Bob Iger.
Bye, goodbye.